Good evening, everyone. I'd like to thank you all for attending the class of 2019 commencement. Graduates, please remain standing, and I would ask that the audience please join our graduates in standing. We will begin this evening with the national anthem sung by Cesar McElhaney and Victoria Liapin.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we held at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Thank you, Cesar and Victoria. Please remain standing for the Pledge of Allegiance, which will be led by Caitlin Costera.
I pledge of allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Caitlin. Marshals, will you please seat the audience? To begin this evening, I would like to take a moment to remember all the knights who have gone on before us, who cannot be here tonight in body, but are here with us in spirit. In particular, we remember in a special way Chris, David, Eric, and Nick. It is my pleasure to welcome you to the 150th Stoughton High School commencement. The credit for the concept of my welcoming speech goes to my assistant principal, Mr. Michael O'Neill. Recently, we were discussing work over lunch, as we often do, and I mentioned I was working on my speech. Mr. O'Neill, forever the keeper of historical facts and an abyss of random facts, said, "Tie it to the moon landing," and so bore the words I'm about to share with you. 50 years ago, this July 20th, the world was forever changed when man landed on the moon. The race to the moon in the 1960s was an amazing achievement, likely one of the greatest in human history. Though it didn't result in routine space travel, it did change the world we live in today. The lessons we can take from the accomplishment of landing Apollo 11, containing Commander Neil Armstrong and pilot Buzz Aldrin, are many, but I've narrowed it down to 4. Lesson number 1. If at first you don't succeed, try again. After all, the first mission that put man on the moon wasn't called Apollo 1. Don't let failure stop you. Make no mistake about it. In life, if you are pushing yourself out of your comfort zone, striving for a goal, taking academic or professional risks, you will face failure. But it is the failures that we learn from the most. Take the lessons learned and keep moving forward. You will always be faced with challenges. But if put to good use, the challenges are what make us stronger. Lesson number 2. If you can dream it, you can do it, but it might take a lot of hard work. Many were skeptical that landing on the moon was possible, but that didn't stop those working on it. They continued to focus on what they wanted to achieve, spent thousands of hours researching, collaborating, building, testing, and tweaking until they were able to get man to make that historic giant leap. Lesson number 3, don't let fear stand in your way. I'm sure Armstrong and Aldrin were prepped that although there were contingency plans in place, scientists could only speculate on what might happen. Further, at that point in time, no other mission had succeeded in putting man on the moon. However, they looked fair in the eye and took that flight anyway. And finally, the short-term goal was to land on the moon. However, the space race forever changed the landscape of technology, with the miniaturization of electronics, among other ways. Did you know that 1 in 3 cell phone cameras uses technology created by NASA? Neither did I. So now, every time you take out that pocket-sized cell phone to snap a selfie, you can thank the moon landing. Therefore, lesson number 4 is, don't be blinded by your end goal, that you miss all the other byproducts of working towards your goal, both big and small. Celebrate those unexpected successes. You might be shooting for the moon, but find a whole other galaxy instead. Something as amazing as the 50th anniversary of a moon landing seems perfectly fitting for the topic of our 150th commencement and the final graduation to be held in a building that has served the community of Stoughton for nearly 100 years. This class will forever be remembered as the final class to graduate from the original Stoughton High School. Yet, more importantly, the class will be remembered by all who worked with you, educated you, and guided you as much more than a line on a timeline of life. For me personally, you have changed me forever. You have forever marked my life as a reference point, the Julie Miller before the class of 2019, and the one that exists before you today. It is my sincere hope that you will take the lessons you have learned, both in and out of the classroom, the challenges you have faced and overcome, and the goals and dreams you have set for yourself, and go find your own moon landing. It has been my distinct pleasure to have walked this part of your journey with you. And now is the time we encourage you to step out boldly into your future and eagerly await to hear of your forward steps. Congratulations. It is my pleasure to introduce the president of the senior class, Dimitra Karyophiles.
Good afternoon. Dr. Rizzi, Mr. Ford, Stoughton School Committee, Principal Miller, teachers, family, and fellow graduates. It is an honor to speak to all of you today. Thank you for joining Stoughton's Class of 2019 this evening to celebrate our commencement. I am so proud to be a member of this graduating class. A little over 12 years ago, it was our first day of school. Our parents were there snapping pictures and wishing us well. We didn't quite know what was happening. Other than that, we just made a ton of new friends. Fast forward to now, and we are surrounded by all of those friends, and our parents are snapping pictures again, only now everyone's doing it with iPhones. Kind of like what my mom is doing right now. As you can see, not much has changed. Over the years, there have been several indicators of how our class, the class of 2019, is unique. We are the last graduating class in our current building and the 150th graduating class of Stoughton High School. Despite the fact that A building is the oldest functioning building in Massachusetts, we have been fortunate enough to experience the creaky wooden floors, ceiling leaks, power outages, and the occasional mice. If our parents told us this building was old when they were here and they're old now, then this place must be really old. Even so, the class of 2019 has still introduced a lot of firsts to this place. We were the first class to skip school for all of the Boston sports parades. Except the Celtics. Go Bruins. We were the first class where New England snow chose not to give us days off. And we were the first class that has had to say goodbye to this building and to an era. Even by defying the norm, seniors stayed on top. Anyone who knows me well knows that I'm a perfectionist, and anyone who knows perfectionism well knows that stress goes hand in hand with it. Make no mistake, I am often stressed. I stress about everything, but this is only because I want our class to be perfect. I will take the time now to apologize to whoever dealt with me during the Spirit Wall season. I'm sorry you had to see me like that. But it was all worth it when we won first place. We swept all Spirit Week events from the dress-up days and the penny wars, and our clothing drive ended up bringing in over 1,300 clothing items to families in need. We beat Canton in both the Powder Puff and Thanksgiving games. Essentially, we were superheroes. As seniors typically do, we acted better than everyone because we were, right? Well, here are the facts. High school is only 5% of any given person's life. I am so proud of our class's accomplishments, individually and holistically. We should be proud of what we accomplished, especially here tonight at our commencement. When the class officers felt like we solved a national crisis after creating the first freshman semi, or when the football team wins and it's the only news people care about, we feel great. But these events are small when put into the scope of our lives and our world. The truth of the matter is, we aren't superheroes, yet. With over 3/4 of our lives left to live and all of our adult lives, the real accomplishments have yet to be made. It is important and so exciting to celebrate our graduation from high school. But I encourage everyone to look forward and expand your aims to outside of our Stoughton bubble. Whether we are attending college, enlisting in the military, or joining the workforce, we all have to remember that our real achievements, the ones that might really make us superheroes, are yet to come. After reflecting upon my high school career, I have realized that our days at SHS are only the stepping stones towards the rest of our life. I encourage all of us to take our next steps and make life after high school the parts of our life that truly make the world better. Lastly, I would like to thank my parents for their support in preparing me to take on the rewarding role of class president and all of the roles I will fulfill in my future. Thank you to Kyle, my color guard family, my teachers, my fellow class officers, and Mr. Babb for shaping my career at SHS. To David, Nick, Eric, and Chris, thank you for looking down on us this year, and we can't wait to make you proud. And finally, to the class of 2019, we made it.
Thank you, Demetra. It is my pleasure to introduce the class of 2019 valedictorian, Luis Ferrandez.
Hello. Thank you. Good evening, Superintendent Dr. Rizzi, Deputy Superintendent Mr. Ford, Stoughton School Committee, administration, faculty, family and friends, and last but not least, Stoughton High School Class 2019. Congratulations, we finally made it, right guys? Hell yeah, all right. After 4 years, it's finally over. For most of us though, it hasn't just been 4 years. Some of us have been attending Stoughton public schools for about 12 years or so, which to me seems absurd. For most of our lives, we've been surrounded by the same people, the same teachers, played on the same sports, pretty much the same everything. Quite frankly, we've all lived the Stoughton lifestyle, all right, guys? Yeah. All right. I mean, seriously, how many times you go to Town Spa and Beantown and not get sick of it? There it is. This next stage in our lives will most likely be nothing like what we've experienced already. Unless, of course, you're going to UMass Amherst, in which case you'll be seeing the same amount of people here as you do there. Whether that's a good thing or a bad thing is up to you, but for the past 12 years, we've seen the same amount of people, the same people each day. Sorry, I lost my place. All right. Many of us feel excited for the next phase in our lives because we finally get to discover our passions and follow through with our dreams. Some of us might feel nervous or even hesitant because of how different everything will be. Or if you're like me, none of this is really sunk in yet, and you feel like we're still going back to school in the fall after a weirdly long summer vacation. Today, though, is not just a day of celebration. It is also a day to reminisce and to look back on what has occurred in our lives thus far. The friends we've made and the friends we've lost. And may we never forget David, Nick, Eric, and Chris. Our accomplishments and our mistakes. Life's highs and life's lows. A day for self-reflection. Everyone should self-reflect every once in a while. Me, you, your mom, especially Kyle Stone. Yeah. And if you think you don't, then you definitely should. In a few months, most of us are not going to wake up and see what we normally see. Our family, our pets, our own bed, our parents freaking out because we missed our alarms. Life just isn't going to be the same. Some of you might not like change, but change is inevitable. And as much as everyone wanted high school to end, especially when we barely got any snow days, especially when we got any snow days, we'll never be able to live with such little responsibility and without a care in the world again. That's why we have to appreciate and acknowledge everything we have now. Sometimes we forget to appreciate certain things, especially when we aren't in the best mood or when something else goes wrong. I have a tough time doing it too, everyone does. But it's important to do so, because we don't know what's going to happen in the next 5 years. We don't even know what's going to happen in the next 5 minutes. For all we know, it could start raining like it was supposed to. I know, yeah. Yeah. And so this new transition brings forth one major realization. We need to appreciate one another. Our family, our friends, our teachers, those that are always there to lend a helping hand, even those who are no longer close friends, because at some point they brought us joy too. Many of us will never see each other again as a result of this huge change. We may have different friends, we may relocate, we may discover other passions, we may grow apart. This is one of the last things that we'll ever do as a class, except for reunion, stuff like that. And so today is a day to put our differences aside, to celebrate, and to reminisce as a community. Many of us have had our differences, and there might be a lot of them, but you may not feel like you want to go around forgiving everybody. You may think that some things are just simply unforgivable. But there just isn't enough time to hold grudges or to hold on to the negatives. What I'm trying to say is to appreciate the good around you, despite all the obstacles that life may throw at you. Because it's the people that have always been there for you, the ones that have your back. You know, the ones who would give you their last piece of garlic bread, even though you really wanted it, you know what I mean? Yeah, okay, I have some with garlic bread, all right. And those are the people that make life worthwhile. And so I would like to thank all of my teachers, my family, my friends, current and old, for making me who I am today and for helping me through my journey. I don't want to thank anyone specific in case I forgot anybody, because then I'd feel bad. But I would like to thank my sister, my twin, Brianna. I don't know where she is. I can't see her. There she is. She's sitting with the rest of the class. Yeah. She's always been there for me, literally and figuratively. We shared the womb. We're roommates, you know. She's been a great friend, and I want her to know that I appreciate her, because to me, appreciation is one of the greatest things that you can give to somebody. Stoughton will always be our home. Never forget where you came from. Be good to those that you hold near, and even if we do, in fact, never get to see each other again, I wish you all the best and look forward to seeing what each and every one of you accomplish in the future. Once a night, always a night. Thank you, congratulations.
Thank you, Louis. Please join me in welcoming Miss Molly Cochran, Stoughton School Committee Chair.
Thank you. We're all here tonight to salute the achievements of our students, but I want to take just a moment to also recognize someone up here on the stage for whom this is also an important milestone in her life. This is the final graduation for our superintendent, Dr. Rizzi, who has been with the Stoughton schools for 12 years, and we send her off with gratitude for her hard work and dedication. She had a vision for this school district, and she worked tirelessly toward that vision, so we wish her well in her retirement. Thank you. Your graduation day is a day of reflection and appreciation. At once a solemn day and a joyous day. But I want to start with a little math for our students. This year's school budget, there will be no quiz. This year's school budget was a little bit over $44 million. Just think of that figure and let it sink in. And through the 13 years of your schooling with Stoughton, millions of dollars have been spent every year on your education. I bring this up to make an important point. You are worth it. Every penny, because nothing is more important than your education and your future. Each one of you is cherished. Each one of you has amazing potential. Each one of you is important to this community. Now, obviously, youth is a time that requires careful nurturing, which is why we expend those resources. But the young also have an amazing resilience, an amazing capacity for life and joy, and certainly your class has been tested in that regard. I hope that during the course of your education in Stoughton, you've been inspired by your teachers, by your coaches. But I also want you to be aware that the educators in Stoughton have been inspired by you, by your commitment, your enthusiasm, and your strength in the face of many challenges. Your optimism and energy and determination has invigorated and enriched our schools. When people throw up their hands in despair at some of the world's intractable problems, the fire and energy and creativity of young people can show us the way forward. And as graduates of Stoughton High School, you should feel confident that you are on the path to taking your place as leaders in society. Learning, of course, is not something that happens to you. Education is not something that someone does to you. It's a partnership. And today we celebrate your role in that partnership. Without your hard work and your spirit, Stoughton High School would not be a success story. I've been serving on the Stoughton School Committee because I believe fervently in public education, where anyone from any background can receive an equal education, an education that opens minds, expands boundaries, and prepares students to seize life's opportunities. Here in Stoughton, I know that you've received an education that not only emphasizes hard skills, but also that celebrates the arts and athletics, that emphasizes tolerance and empathy, and that values building community. I applaud all of you because you have made the most of your public education, and you didn't walk away when things got tough. Always remember, however, that your high school degree is just the foundation, whether you continue with formal education or not, whatever institution you may attend. Education is a lifelong process, and I hope that you'll all continue to grow in knowledge by taking advantage, for example, of our new library and picking up a book, by reading news written by a professional journalist, by turning on a TV or radio program or a podcast that's actually educational. And when you consider education and what it means to you, if you know your history, and if you're aware of what's still going on in the world today, you know that depriving people of education is the tool of oppression, because the oppressor knows that education translates into power and liberty. And here in Massachusetts, which does have the highest educational standards in the United States, ideally we are committed to making sure that educational opportunities are available to all. Committing to public education means dedicating a lot of resources to education, and that's why we talk about the numbers. That means, too, that when you complete your public education, hopefully you will be paying it forward and supporting public education for other families. That means paying attention to what goes on in your town and in your nation, becoming involved in civic life to ensure that education is not given short shrift. People are poised to chip away at public education, and we must all be vigilant. So I hope and trust that you'll take this high-quality education that you've enjoyed, that you will stretch your wings academically, socially, and culturally. I also urge you to bear in mind that with every decision you make, please consider how it might affect your future, your family, your community, your nation, the environment, and even the world, because we are all interconnected. In closing, I congratulate each and every one of you. I thank you for making Stoughton proud, and I wish you a wonderful summer. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Cochran. At this time, I would like to invite Jessica Moore, Farewell Address winner, to deliver the school message.
Good evening, Superintendent Dr. Rizzi, Deputy Superintendent Mr. Ford, and everyone else who works their absolute hardest to make Stoughton High School a better place. I'd also like to welcome all of the friends and family who took time out of their day to come and celebrate us, the class of 2019. Today marks a very important day in our lives, a day where we sit for hours and listen to an incredibly long list of names. But I would like to remind you that it is so incredibly important that we take a moment to cherish each and every one of these names. Every name that we have encountered, and every name that we ever will encounter, holds its own collection of stories, of tears, and of laughter. We must hold on to these stories and celebrate the influence that name has had in our lives. After all, behind every name is someone who is important, someone who is so remarkably precious. School isn't just about the lessons we learn from our teachers, but the lessons that we learn from each other. For example, you might have learned how to deal with someone who drives you absolutely bonkers. And you know what? That's okay. I think moving forward, that's a very important skill. It doesn't matter whether or not you're friendly with somebody, because at the end of the day, chances are you've learned something from them. These past 4 years have been filled with both failures and successes, pain and joy. Unfortunately, our class had to face the challenge of overcoming great loss. Some of us have had to learn how to mourn for the first time, but all of us have had to learn how to mourn together. And it is together that we now face a completely different challenge. We now have to discover who exactly we want to be. And if I'm being completely honest, I have no idea where to start. There are an infinite amount of possibilities out there, and that's quite terrifying. I think that maybe it doesn't really matter which road we take. I think it's the steps that we take that really matter. I'm going to attempt to give all of you, and I mean all of you, adults too, a little bit of advice. Whether or not you choose to listen is completely up to you, but I sincerely urge you to listen. The world we are in is currently a world full of hate. We let our fear dictate over us. And when we do that, it becomes easy for that fear to become anger. So today I urge you to work hard and be kind. Remember to love before hate will prevail, and be brave enough to challenge ideas and opinions, especially if those ideas and opinions are yours. We can't expect the world to change if we can't first change ourselves. Every single one of you holds the power to change everything we know. I know this for a fact because as I look around, I see so many beautiful faces of people who have changed my life. Our actions, our words, and our stories all come together and create who we are. We are the protectors. We are the challengers. And I'm sure you've all heard this one. We are the knights. I wish you all the best of luck. Thank you.
Thank you, Jessica. It is my distinct honor to call to the last time Superintendent Dr. Rizzi to the podium for the presentation of diplomas.
Good evening. I couldn't possibly top any of those speeches, so I'm really not going to try. I'm just going to tell you, welcome to all of you graduating seniors, to our honored guests, parents, relatives, faculty, friends, all of you, welcome to the commencement exercises of 2019. The members of the class of 2019 have been accepted into a large variety of colleges and universities all over the United States. 92% of this student body plan to continue on to post-secondary education. 82% will go to four-year colleges, 8% to two-year colleges, and 2% to technical schools. 6 students are entering the military. Two are going into the Air Force, 2 to the Marines, 1 to the Army, and 1 to the National Guard. Ladies and gentlemen, we thank you for your service, and 1% of our graduates are going to enter the world of work. The town of Stoughton and the Friends of Stoughton Schools have continued to show their support by providing $189,143 in scholarship money for this class. In addition to that, millions of dollars have been offered to our students in the form of financial aid. $500,000 in John and Abigail Adams scholarships have been awarded, and at least 2 students are receiving full scholarships for their entire 4 years at university. Good job, you. I'd like to thank all of your parents and family members, as well as your pre-K through 12 teachers, principals, school staff members, for their individual contributions to your preparation for the next stage of your lives. So, Congratulations. As has been said, you are the last class to be graduating from this building. The first class to graduate from Stoughton High School, when it was just the A building at the time, was a group of 20 students in 1924. You are the 94th class to graduate from the building, which has been the site of so many important events and memories over the years. In fact, quite a few members of the audience have also graduated from here and will be saying goodbye to the building along with you. Each of those graduates in 1924 had to perform a reading, a musical recital, or a dramatic play during the ceremonies. But we are not asking you to do that. Just walking across the stage will be enough. In a sense, because I'm leaving my job in Stoughton this year, I'm graduating along with you, but I'm not going to do any of those things either. But I might do some of the same things this summer that you will do, like sleep late and go to the beach and think about things I'll do next. You're graduating into an exciting and a very different world from those who graduated when this building that's about to be replaced was new. And you will all do good and important things. You are capable of so much more than you probably now imagine. So be open to all the possibilities and the opportunities that come along. Trust your capacity to learn and grow, and be kind to yourself in that process. We all wish you every success and happiness. This world will be a better place because of you, and remember that you are always welcome here, and we love you all very much. And now, it is my distinct honor and privilege to present to the Stoughton School Committee, for the purpose of awarding diplomas, the class of 2019. Okay, here we go. Our first graduate, Angel Giovanni Suazo. Javier Demetrius Abelard. Maxwell Jaden Fonseca. Ricard Alcime. Nicholas Anthony Alves. Marcos Joaquim Amado. Eric Henry Anderson. Skyisha Millennia Anderson. Haley Rose Apotheker. Jaden Akeem Ashley Few. Lauren Page Asnes. Marcel Duval Austin. Ali Isam Awad. Cassandra Rose Backman. Luke Robert Bainton. Gianna Rose James Barbosa. Giovanna Barros Silva. Sean Nicholas Barton. Monasia Corey Belcher. Mia Chi Bennett. Alexander Bernstein. Christina Michelle El Sayed Bashara. Teresa May Billow. Jordan Deshawn Bocage. Valerie Boko. Nathan Joseph Bodette. Andrea Carolina Briones. Giovanni Deontay Brown. Ashley Patricia Burrows. Justin Douglas Jamel Kane. Samara Lachelle Callender. Demetra Elena Carriofiles. Chloe Taylor Sungkyung Cha. Sobeda Felicia Charlatan. Andrew Jenlung Jung. Michael Adam Klus. Josh Austin Kochi. Kendra Paige Coombs. Janelle Nicole Capola. Felicia Nicole Costanzo Fleming. Caitlin Marie Costera. Raymond James Corville. Genevieve Marguerite DeAndrea. Ashley Taylor Diamachis. Dakota May Demko. Samuel Fonts DePina. Franklin Tufik Derbies. Gabriela Angelica Diaz. Ikenna, thank God, DK. Nadia Christine DiVirgilio. Kevin Joseph Dixon. Sean Thomas Doherty. Cameron James Duffy. Terrence Lavelle Dunn. Anne Christina Irene Durand. Haley Elizabeth Egan. Taylor Marie Egan. Andrew Eric Elmowitz. Ethan Eugene Emanuel. Carly Alexandra Estromera. Leslie Federigo Fajarillo. Jaden Shair Falace. Selena Marie Faria. Jeremy Benjamin Farrar O'Neill. Matthew Joseph Fencer. Giovanni Damon Fernandez. Brianna Maria Ferrandiz. Luis Antonio Ferrandiz. Wayne Fitzpatrick. Kaylee Elizabeth Flanagan. Allison Rose Flewelling. Christopher James Flynn. Eric James Flynn. John Michael Flynn. Victoria Carolina Lopez Fonts. Freshelle Elizabeth Frederick. Jonathan Romeo Frederick. Ethan Jacob Friedman. Leonardo Castro Freitas. Demetrius Julius Fulton. Eamon Modobio Futa. Casey Elizabeth Gagnon. Kyle Robert Gagnon. Brendan Kevin Gallagher. Kyle Matthew Gallagher. Talia Taraya Gandhi. Emily Elizabeth Guerreri. Nakia Denise Gellen. Stephen Lenny Germain. Carter Andrew Jerome. Ryan McDade Gishel. Gina Marie Girolamo. Tyasia Kiana Glover Steele. Alejandro Antonio Gonzalez. Madison Sage Goodman. Cynthia Uman Gulcharan. William Allen Gould. Rachel Elizabeth Goulston. Malachi Jamel Green Hightower. Zachary Daniel Greenberg. Faye Kiara Griffith. Justin Jaden Grucci. David Wessner Guerriere. Jenny Marie Guzman. Peyton Therese Harrell. Sam Wyatt Havens. Olivia Louise Henricks. Olivia Lee Hernandez. Olivia Rose Hoffman. Hannah Rose Holden. Rachel Lauren Hoover. Joshua James Howe. Rami Abbas Harabi. Alexandra Elizabeth Howe. Ariana Lee Howe. Andrew Ignatiev. Cherish Nkem Ihenacho. Chukudima Ugochuko. Otidotaline Ikoru. Brianna Unique Innes. Alexander Adrian Iverson. Evan Richard Jackman. Kayla Janae Jackson Braithwaite. Kerneed Janvier. Christy Jean. Arnell Jean-Baptiste. Leslie Jolebois. Elijah Prophet Jones. Dan Olivier Joseph. Nalissa Carly Joseph. Ricardo Michael Joseph. Alexandra Chua Joven. Colin William Joyce. Nader Monir Kandara. Corina Natalie Kavanaugh. Kamari Melvin Keith. Enam Ya Kevin. Alexis Leila Kalaj Tapina. Hassan Ahmed Khan. Cynthia Robert Kuzemi. Kaylee Mary King. Nicholas William Kosh. Jessica Ann Lader. Nathan Huang Lam. Massimo Lanzillo. Andrew Truong Lee. Rachel Kaylee Lefevre. Olivia Ellen Little. Alessandra Marie Lafredo. Anil Lewis Lopes. Megan Elizabeth Laurie. Chanel Nicola Luandula. Victoria Anna Liapin. Jordan Elizabeth Lyons. Hannah Rose Mace. Colin Thomas Madalena. Heather Shannon Madalena. Jonathan Zachary Manis. Tony James Marco. Joshua Adam Murata. Caitley Marie Martin. Mauro Aron Machagoitia. Alexander Eastwood Mayo. Alana Angelino McCormick. Thomas James McCoy. Lindsay Elizabeth McDonald. Eliana Michelle McDowell. Caesar Cardenang McElhaney. Tiara Murray Charlene McFarlane. Haley Nicole McMahon. Julia Marie Mello. Kiana Layla Mills. Julene Millord. Sincere Delfino Rodriguez Miranda. Samuel Raymond Monahan. Jessica Rose Moore. Derek Michael Morales. Cheyenne Jane Wanjiko Munio. Loretta Munoz Edwards. Delaney K. Nagel. Nicholas Edward Nashawati. John Andrew Neves. Charles Francis Nistad. Elijah Patrick Noe. Michael Jeffrey O'Leary. Ryan Michael O'Malley. Olivia Giovanna O'Neill. Gabriela Souza Oliveira. Sarmia Ihiuma Umadi Ahmadi. Oluwabasola Oluwadra Orofi. Ava Elizabeth Ortiz. John Eugene Ortiz. Michael Anthony Padilla. Isabella Figueredo Paiva. Sanaya Shanice Palmer. Talia Eve Panassi. Zachary Alfred Paquette. Vikas Bhartakumar Patel. Daniel Joseph Pedro. Sydney Marie Pendenza. Rachel Ann Marie Peters. Shannon Kathleen Petrie. Brendan Bowie Vaughn. Matthew James Piana. Alexandra Celeste Pierre. Brian Clayton Pitts. Kylie Christine Pisano. Jessica Lynn Podesta. Raksha Pokarel. Fabian Andre Ponce de Leon. Gabriel Carvello Rabello. Kennedy Colin Rahaman. Victoria Lee Rigo. Nicholas Manuel Reese. Gabriel Souza Ribeiro. Alana Lords Richards. Declan Andrew Richards. Colby Ryan Robert. Carly Angela Rodriguez Baptista. Brian Felipe Rodriguez. Daniela Sabras Rodriguez. Rebecca Faith Roos. Julia Eve Russell. Christopher Lee Morgan Rutter. Luke Walker Salem. Raquelia Avani Samuels. Robert Grafton Seaman. Eric Lewis Benchamal Samido. Jada Garcelle Sheedy. Sana Tejas Seth. Divine Karan Siam. Carly Marie Solamini. Elijah Ricardo St. Mark. Kyle Frederick Stone. Jerry Stefan Suplis. Cyan Nicholas Schwerzewski. Nicholas John Zoom. Catherine Araceli Taylor. Madison Helena Texera. Tin Quan Tai. Valerie Rose Tobin. Jacqueline Rose Torres. Megan Lynn Tracy. Molly Caroline Turner. Dante Colin Tylebest. Callista Love Vega Alabedi. Jameer Isaiah Vanette. Janaya Elizabeth Vollmer. Cole James Wagner. Jalila Ashawaller. Brian Michael Walsh. Rachel Madison Weiner. Catherine Rose Woodrow. Callie Michelle Wilbar. Jordan Thomas Williams. Paul Jacob Charles Williams. Alexander Plummer Wilson. Nathaniel Plummer Wilson. Yanni Yatanis.
The moment you all been waiting for, one of the last things you will do together as a class, please move your tassels from the right to the left. Ladies and gentlemen, I am proud to present you the class of 2019. Will the faculty please stand and prepare for our student recessional? I would ask the parents and guests to please remain in your seats until all the graduates have filed out. And for one final time, the class of 2019, please look at your marshals.